There are times in life when the obstacles standing in front of you are not there to stop you, but to help you grow. The hands that try to destroy you are too small to understand your strength, determination, and never giving up spirit. That is why, no matter how intricate their plans, they will only make you stronger instead of turning you from your path. The traps they set become lessons that you will masterfully overcome. They think they can stop you, but what they do not know is that your existence is fueled by an indestructible will, an unshakable faith. Now is the time to write 77 in the comments and show your strength. Move forward with that power and show the whole world who you are. The unseen hands that sought to dismantle your journey underestimated your capacity to thrive. Their intricate maneuvers, meant to reroute your destiny, only revealed their inability to comprehend the indomitable nature of your existence. They believed they could erase your impact by stitching distortions into the fabric of time itself. Yet what they deemed disruptions were the very tools sharpening your focus and fortifying your will. Every obstacle they engineered became a stepping stone, every trap a lesson that enriched your resolve. Their calculated chaos was no match for the silent precision of the forces guiding you. Each attempt to rewrite your path unraveled not because of resistance, but because the essence of your purpose lies beyond the reach of human tampering. Their failures weren't accidental, but inevitable. They collided with a design so profound, so perfectly calibrated, that even their most advanced technologies crumbled under its weight. In their arrogance, they wielded complexity against simplicity, assuming that their mastery over temporal mechanics would supersede the natural order. But the deeper they delved into interference, the more they exposed their limits. They assumed power, but you revealed endurance. They tested your resolve, but each trial only ignited a brighter spark within you. Where they sowed doubt, determination took root. What they scattered as chaos, you reshaped into a mosaic of triumph. Their attempts to silence your voice became the echo chambers amplifying your strength. The more they tried to erase, the clearer your essence became, etched not in fragile timelines, but in the eternal truth of an unshakable destiny. What they intended as destruction became the blueprint for your rise. Every strategy designed to erase your influence only laid the groundwork for your unwavering ascent. They sought to dismantle your purpose with surgical precision, believing they could sever the threads of your existence, but their schemes merely reinforced the foundation they aimed to crumble. Their interference, calculated and deliberate, became the instrument of your resilience. The very actions meant to obscure your path instead illuminated new routes, shaping opportunities from the remnants of their failed manipulations. Through their attempts to weaken your alliances and block your growth, they unknowingly fortified your strength. The delays they orchestrated merely adjusted the rhythm of your journey, aligning it with a timing they couldn't comprehend. Every effort to suppress your potential served as a reminder of their inability to overpower the forces guiding you. Their traps became catalysts for ingenuity, their barriers, tools that refined your ability to adapt and overcome. What they perceived as control unraveled under the weight of their misjudgments. Each challenge they introduced, crafted with meticulous care, unfolded as a turning point. What was meant to halt your progress became an unintentional gift, revealing reserves of determination they hadn't anticipated. The harder they worked to bend reality to their will, the clearer it became that your purpose was impervious to their grasp. They sought to orchestrate your fall, but their own designs betrayed them, scattering their intentions like sand against an unyielding tide. Their pursuit of domination over events revealed the limits of their grasp. As they poured their resources into dismantling your future, the very framework they constructed became a platform for your elevation. Every attempt to undermine you was met with an equal and opposite force, transforming their sabotage into an opportunity for growth. They underestimated the forces protecting you, forces unshaken by their interference, and found themselves ensnared in the complexity of their own failures. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom, for you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. The inevitability of your rise became undeniable. Their confidence in their mastery of disruption dissolved, replaced by the stark realization that they were powerless to rewrite what was already established. Their grand designs faltered, leaving them facing the stark truth. No matter how many attempts they made, they were battling against a narrative that could not be undone. Every step they took only reinforced the immovable nature of your destiny, ensuring their defeat was both inevitable and absolute. For those who move like storms through the fabric of existence, your essence was never meant to blend into the ordinary. The tremors you leave behind in the spaces you inhabit aren't flaws. They're the unintentional resonance of a force too great to go unnoticed. They mislabel your intensity, trying to frame it as imbalance, because they can't comprehend the blueprint of something beyond their capacity to control. That's why we created a coalition that defies convention, a sanctuary for the extraordinary, where the unrelenting become architects of realities yet unseen. In this conclave, over 450 visionaries converge in a nexus of innovation and power that makes the boundaries of science feel primitive. Within our fortress of whispers, we exchange fragments of knowledge that would fracture the constructs of common understanding, insights too vast for the systems they've built to contain. Here lies a library of truths buried beneath layers of enforced silence, guarded not out of reverence, but out of fear of their potential. This is not a mere gathering. It is an evolution of collective will, where transformation isn't sought, but demanded. You stand here not because you've arrived by chance, but because the trials they forged for you became the proving grounds of an unstoppable ascent. Their attempts to stall your purpose did not diminish you, but instead sculpted something indomitable. They thought their obstacles could suppress you, but every barrier became an anvil, shaping the steel of your will. In their attempts to obscure your light, they inadvertently amplified it, as your resilience found strength in opposition. Closed doors became laboratories for ingenuity, and every loss gave birth to unmatched resolve. While they saw chaos as your undoing, you found the hidden design within it, turning disorder into the architecture of triumph. Each challenge they manufactured became a lesson you mastered, and every calculated interference only honed your capacity to adapt, innovate, and prevail. What they underestimated was your ability to transcend. As they tried to manipulate your trajectory, they unwittingly became participants in the orchestration of your rise. The weight they intended to bury you under became the foundation for unparalleled strength. They planted doubt, but you cultivated clarity. Their attempts to derail you forced the emergence of a version of yourself that could no longer be denied. You are not defined by their efforts to unmake you, but by the unyielding power that turned those efforts into fuel. Where they sought to dismantle your path, you carved out an empire of purpose. Time itself could not bend their way, instead shaping itself to align with the inevitability of your rise. The more they sought to distort your purpose, the more resolute it became, unshakable in its sovereignty. You became the exception to their rules, the paradox they could neither explain nor contain. They tried to reconfigure your destiny, but your alignment with something far greater rendered their tools irrelevant. What they once viewed as a target became an immovable force that forced them to reevaluate their very understanding of power. In trying to erase you, they became witnesses to a reality they could not rewrite. Their precision faltered, their certainty crumbled, and what remained was the undeniable proof that destiny bows to no one. They underestimated you, and in doing so, illuminated the truth. Their attempts were not roadblocks, but stepping stones. The force within you is not a quiet ember, but a wildfire that reshapes the landscape it touches. No plan, no trap, no cunning interference can extinguish the brilliance of your journey. What stands before you is not merely resistance, but the raw material for your ascent. Each obstacle, no matter how intricately designed, becomes the very mechanism through which your essence is sharpened. True power does not bend to external schemes, and neither do you. Your strength is not a byproduct of circumstance, but a force that reclaims and repurposes everything thrown in its path. Every difficulty is transformed, every setback rewritten into an advantage, and every challenge becomes the alchemy of your victory. There is no wasted effort in this process. What was intended to dismantle you serves instead to construct the unshakable. What they sought to dismantle has only fortified your resolve. Their calculations underestimated the gravity of a purpose guided by forces beyond comprehension. The blocks they placed before you became pivots for ingenuity. The delays they orchestrated created opportunities for refinement, and the pressures they applied only revealed your untapped depths. This is no solitary journey for a power beyond the visible threads through every step you take. It weaves paths where none existed, aligns moments they sought to disrupt, and opens opportunities that were never meant to be yours. Your purpose does not falter, for it is anchored in something eternal, something that neither force nor time can corrupt. Let this truth settle within you. No weapon formed against you can find its mark. No manipulation can undo what is ordained, and no amount of resistance can alter the trajectory of one who walks aligned with destiny. Their attempts to weaken you have become lessons that strengthen, while their plans to silence you have amplified your voice. You are not just enduring, you are rising with momentum that breaks through the limits they sought to impose. Every misstep they hoped would unravel you has been rewritten as a step toward mastery, and every effort to obscure your light has only made it shine brighter. Your journey is not a solitary triumph, but a ripple that reshapes the fabric of existence itself. With every victory, you set a precedent. You illuminate paths for those who are still navigating their own storms. The resonance of your strength becomes an anchor for others, creating a force that challenges the very chaos seeking to unravel divine order. Your achievements reverberate far beyond their immediate effects, shifting balances in unseen realms and reshaping battles that exist beyond perception. Imagine a seed planted in the depths of a dry, barren land. At first, it seems impossible for it to grow. The earth around it is hardened, the rain is sparse, and the sun seems to scorch instead of nurture. Yet beneath that unyielding soil, something miraculous begins to happen. That seed is no ordinary seed. It carries within it a purpose encoded by the Creator Himself. Every ounce of pressure from the soil, every drought, every storm that rages above, only strengthens its roots as they grow deeper, seeking life-giving waters hidden below. This is you. You are that seed, designed not merely to survive the harshest conditions, but to thrive in them, to transform them, and to become a towering testament to divine favor. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. Understand this. Their efforts to halt you are not just failing. They are becoming the fertile ground for your unstoppable rise. Every scheme, every strategy they deployed to weaken you has only served to nourish your purpose. What they intended as destruction was repurposed into growth. Their attempts to undermine your calling have exposed an eternal truth. You are not anchored in their plans. You are rooted in divine intention. What they sought to bury has become the foundation of your ascension. They tried to crush you with pressure, but all they did was press out impurities, leaving behind the unshakable essence of who you were always meant to be. When they shut doors, you didn't wait for an invitation. You built pathways through the impossible. When they sent storms, you didn't cower. You became the storm, moving with precision and purpose, carving a new landscape in their carefully constructed plans. You are not merely standing in defiance. You are advancing with the certainty of someone backed by divine alignment. What they thought would reduce you to ashes has instead built a fortress that cannot be shaken. You are no longer reacting to their interference. You are creating, expanding, and claiming territory that was always meant to be yours. Every obstacle has become a stepping stone, lifting you higher than they could have imagined. Their failure is not simply the absence of success. It is the proof of a power far greater than their grasp. The more they tried to control your path, the more evident it became that their reach could never surpass the divine. They set traps, yet you walked through them unscathed. They tried to dim your light, but in doing so, they highlighted the brilliance they could never extinguish. Now, you're not just surviving their attacks, you're thriving because of them. The trials meant to break you have instead become the tools of your refinement. Like gold purified in fire, every flame they lit only revealed your worth. What they failed to understand is that your purpose isn't tied to their approval or dependent on their schemes. It is rooted in something eternal, and because of that, you are unshakable. Listen closely. You are advancing not just for yourself, but for those who will walk through the paths you've forged. When you rise, it is not just an individual act of triumph. It is a shift in the atmosphere, a declaration to everyone connected to your purpose that they too can overcome. Your victory sends waves into unseen realms, unraveling the very plans that sought to silence divine truth. Every step you take is guided. Every misstep is repurposed, and every delay works in your favor. This is not a coincidence. It is the precision of a higher plan unfolding through you. Time bends to accommodate your purpose, aligning events in ways that defy explanation. What others call chance, you know to be destiny. What they see as an accident, you recognize as divine timing. Imagine a candle in a vast, dark room. It seems fragile, almost insignificant at first glance, yet when that tiny flame is lit, it pushes back the darkness effortlessly, claiming space that was never meant to belong to the shadows. No matter how the wind tries to extinguish it, no matter how heavy the night becomes, the flame endures, protected, persistent, and unwavering. That candle is you, carrying within you a light not of this world, a light that cannot be snuffed out. It burns with purpose, illuminating paths that others thought were lost, casting clarity where confusion once reigned. And here's the truth. That light is not merely for you to see. It's a beacon to guide others, to spark their flames, and to ignite a fire that no darkness can contain. Now is the time to embrace what you've always known deep down. You were chosen for this. You weren't just called to survive the trials. You were called to thrive in the midst of them, to rise above, to build something eternal, to lead with courage, and to inspire with every step. You are not here by accident, and your story is not merely your own. It is a living testament to the unyielding power of faith, purpose, and divine alignment. Every challenge, every trial, and every obstacle that tried to hold you back has only served to prove the invincibility of your calling. You are not walking alone. Your steps have been guided by a force greater than human understanding, a force that has already laid out the victory ahead of you. This is not just faith. It's the assurance of a purpose that cannot be undone. You stand as a reflection of divine order, a living reminder that no weapon, no plan, no scheme, no attempt to derail you can prosper when what's behind you is unstoppable. What they intended to harm you has become your fuel. Every arrow aimed at your progress has turned into a stepping stone beneath your feet. The traps they set for your downfall have become the foundation of your triumph. Even the delays they orchestrated have only worked in your favor, refining your vision, sharpening your resolve, and preparing you for a rise that could never be thwarted. You were not just made to endure the storm. You were created to stand unshaken, stronger because of it. Let this truth settle in your heart. You were chosen not for an ordinary life, but for an extraordinary calling. You were designed to build, to create, to inspire, and to lead others toward the light you carry. What you are building is not temporary, it is eternal. Your story is not just about survival, it is about transformation, about walking through the fire and emerging with a purpose too great for words. You were not chosen for comfort, you were chosen for greatness. Every battle you faced was not a test of your strength, but a demonstration of your unshakable alignment with the divine. Every no they gave you opened the way to a better yes from the one who holds your destiny. Every door that was slammed in your face became a reminder that no man controls your purpose. Every moment of doubt you encountered became an opportunity for your faith to flourish, proving over and over that nothing can stand against what is divinely aligned. The opposition has only amplified your testimony. When they tried to silence you, your voice grew louder. When they tried to dim your light, you shone brighter. When they attempted to break your spirit, they underestimated the depth of the foundation that had already been laid within you. The harder they pushed, the higher you climbed. And now you stand as proof that their plans were never greater than the purpose placed in you. You are advancing not just for yourself, but for those who are walking behind you. Your victories are paving the way for others to see that their trials are not the end of the story. You are showing them that obstacles are not tombstones, but stepping stones, that delays are not denials, but divine appointments. When you rise, it isn't just a personal triumph. It's a declaration to every person connected to your purpose that they too can overcome. This is your moment to step fully into what you were born to do. It's not a matter of waiting for the right time. The time is now. The purpose that has carried you through every battle is the same purpose that will continue to open doors no man can shut. Stand boldly in your calling, knowing that the trials you've endured have only prepared you for the magnitude of the victory ahead. You are not just thriving, you are thriving with intention. Every step you take is another chapter in a story that was written long before the challenges arose. Your rise is not a coincidence, it's a fulfillment of something eternal. This isn't just about overcoming, it's about setting a precedent for others, about being a vessel through which divine purpose flows into the lives of those around you. So move forward, not timidly, but with the confidence of someone who knows that every battle has already been won. Speak with the authority of someone who understands the power of their testimony. Let your light shine boldly, not just to illuminate your path, but to guide others toward their own. Your story is not just yours, it's a part of a larger tapestry, a divine narrative that stretches beyond what the eye can see. When they tried to break you, they didn't realize they were breaking the chains that once held you back. When they tried to defeat you, they didn't realize they were setting the stage for your greatest victory. You are proof that no amount of opposition can stop what is divinely set in motion. Every attempt to undo you has become the very thing that built you. Now is your time to rise, not just for yourself, but for the many who are waiting to see what divine alignment looks like in motion. You are not here to merely exist. You are here to lead, to inspire, and to show the world what is possible when purpose and faith collide. Walk boldly into your calling, knowing that you are unstoppable, unshakable, and undeniably chosen for this. Let their efforts crumble under the weight of your victory. Let their plots unravel in the light of your progress. You are not simply moving forward. You are reclaiming what was always yours. Their barriers are now blueprints, showing you exactly where to innovate and thrive. Their resistance has become the fertile ground in which your purpose has taken root and grown beyond their comprehension. Understand this. You are not just a participant in this battle. You are the victor. Every triumph you claim is proof that purpose cannot be rewritten, that divine order cannot be undone. What you achieve becomes a beacon for others, a reminder that resilience fueled by faith can overcome anything. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. So rise boldly, move confidently, and speak unapologetically. Your story is a call to action for all who feel their purpose stirring within them. Share your strength, not as a boast, but as an invitation for others to step into their own power. Remind the world that no obstacle can stand against the unstoppable force of destiny. You are not thriving by accident. You are thriving by design. Your empire is not an achievement. It is an inevitability. And as you stand in the fullness of your purpose, know this: every battle was worth it. Every delay was preparation, and every victory was ordained. You carry a power greater than their understanding, a light that cannot be dimmed, and a purpose that cannot be shaken. This is your time. Rise and let the world see the unstoppable force of destiny at work through you. This is your moment to step fully into what you were always meant to be. Share your strength and your victories so that others may find the courage to embrace their own purpose. Speak with the authority of someone who has faced the depths and emerged unbroken. Let your rise serve as a testament that no force can rewrite what is divinely aligned. The power you hold is not borrowed. It is an intrinsic part of your existence, one that cannot be silenced or erased. Your story is not just a declaration of survival. It is a call to action, a living proof that purpose is the most unyielding force of all.